knew all about eggs. They watched the egg pile of eggs. Move around. And then they heard little baby squeak.
1 minute 57.
Dang it!
Pick up on new the eggs. New that eggs.
Little baby.
Hey, Brian.
Hey,
Go.
They watched the egg pile of eggs move around.
He's here.
And they had a little baby spider collection and then knew it was the baby spiders.
I love it though. What is going on? Seriously.
dramatic
reading of terrible fan fiction. You ever heard of the Eye of Argon?
No.
Just listen. It's the best thing you.
Can you hold this for a second, please?
It's all right. 26 seconds, my friends.
Anyone that can make 26 seconds of this is a
But they
hero.
soon.
But they soon found out that they were in no real danger. The spiderlings had no intention of killing their parents. They witnessed a solid black mass of itchy, screaming death. Continued to swarm out of the eggs. The flood seemed to be endless. Spike lay curled up in his little dragon bed, hoping things hadn't been the same since Miley's disappearance. It had been over a week since they had any decent ideas about what to do about it. He was depressed and miserable. Suddenly, he heard a scratching, high-pitched voice coming from upstairs.
Oh, you said voice, it's noise.
Oh.
36 seconds.
What happened?
Basically,
Bit of read
the
now?
challenge is to
Should I give it a bit of read now?
how long you can
Go for
read
it,
without
Go
messing
for it.
up.
Somebody has to tackle 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Good luck.
Suddenly, he
So-
heard a
so try and go for the longest
high-pitched
time.
voice coming from upstairs. His curiosity overcame his
Right.
melancholy, and he plodded up to investigate. He was intercepted
As
by a
if
solid
it's
wall of spiderlings pouring down the stairwell, which overwhelmed him almost instantly. Spike had just enough presence of mind to scream, but doing so did nothing but allow the swarm of spiders access to his lungs and stomach. Died in horrible terror and agony. Chapter 3. Spider Day. Oh, the spiders runned away from Twilight and Red Spindermap. Didn't know what to do because they were so many spiders of the eggs. Big Mac said, "Hey, you spider babies, you are my spider babies now." Because they were making too much noise, but they lulled of listen if they could, because Max Spider was their daddy, and they loved him. And their mommy to Twilight, more than any of the bugs, even the juicy ones. Big Max Spider said to Twilight Spider, "I am so sore, Roy." Sadly, even though I promised I was going to be the best one, even sad face. Twilight felt pretty bad and sorry for Big Mac Spider because she knew that he tried his best, but if there wasn't any of his problems, she would give him the hugs. Twilight thought hardest and had ideas, and then had one idea. "Spider Big, come here and help me, okay?" And Spider Mac said, "All right, what do you want me to do, Twilight?" And go to throw the eyes of the spiders, and Red Mac said, "Are you sure?" You spiders were creepy and wired. And Twilight said, "I know more, but I need to do this, okay? Because Big Mac, we are spiders." And Big Mac said,
Are. We are.
This guy made me.
He's got not proofread at all. Does the
Big
right?
Mac picked
the writer
her
doesn't
up by her
proofread at all?
legs with his legs, and they were at the spider babies. She screamed a little, but big.
I think
You're gonna hate me. 2 minutes 26 seconds. You were 8 seconds off of the current.
Oh, it's even longer than that. No. That actually seemed like it was longer than that.
Mercy.
Who would like to come and try again?
Sure, why not?
Wow. None of you would like to tackle this again.
I'll do it again.
I would love to do it again.
Oh, now that I challenged you.
Everyone.
Alright, so pick up the ball. Scream a little bit. Yeah, she screamed a little bit.
How they tell Sophie to back at the She screamed a little bit. Not really. Because she was trying to be brave, like Bigfoot Dash would be brave if she was a spider and flying at spider babies. Then finally, after falling for some time, she landed in this spider.
It's 4 time.
4 times.
Not 4 sometime. Sorry. Go.
Brain just auto-corrects us.
Pick up on then finally after.
Then finally, after falling 4 times, she landed in spider babies, and they didn't know she was their mom because they were still just babies and crawling, and Twilight Spider tried to click at them to stop, but they didn't know what to do because babies are confused, sad face. I'm confused. Big Mac watched all the babies carry Twilight away, and he felt most terrible and sad and said, quote, single quote, "It is my fault that Twilight is being carried away by spider babies because I was the one who had spider sex with her. And she made babies because sad face. I have to rescue her, he said." Chapter
It was Ressus.
Oh.
They sold you out.
Oh, they sold you out.
Pass the back end.
Okay, pick up on I have to resist her.
I have to rescue her, he said, and
Ew.
Chapter 4. When visitors are. I don't like this. Question mark. Twilight Spider. The good. I wish Big back. Where here he knows what to do every time. But Big Mac was chasing her, and the spider babies, and she didn't know it. It was very exciting.
No!
Very
It's very exciting.
Wary.
7 seconds.
Pick up on it was very exciting.
It was very exciting. All the spiders ran through Equestria, and all the ponies were scared and ran into house, but except for one pony who stood into street and angry. "Stop, spiders," she said, and they stopped. And big brown spider jumped off her head. Parenthesis, her head was gray and her coat was gray too, and her hair was straight. Close parentheses. And the spider was brown. Made angry click. Twilight heard the clicking and knew that the spider had named Merriam-Webster. And Merriam-Webster spider.
No. It's us and Miriam.
Oh, no.
Webster.
Oh.
56 seconds. We're getting there.
There we go. We're coming to the end, people. And Merriam-Webster spider.
And Merriam-Webster spider told all the baby spiders to stop being bad. They couldn't do what they did because what they did was something bad to do. And they had to stop and listen to their mommy spider like spiders do every. Twilight Mom Spider taught really hard and all the baby spiders watched her, and then Big Mac got over to where she was and said, "Twilight, I'm so glad you're okay." And Twilight said, "Shh, I'm thinking." And Big Spider Mac said, "Oh, okay, sorry."
Okay.
Twilight said, "I love you, baby spiders, but you did that thing and made my friend Spike dead." Why you do that?
Why you do that?
And Pele's go makes Spike better.
Oh no.
I heard
Please,
go.
So go.
So go.
Please pick up on Please so go.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
So go and make Spike better, and then go to a forest where you belong as spiders. it will be okay. And the spider said, okay, mommy, and they went in back to where Spike was, and they barfed all his juice. and he was better. Spider said, see, inverted commas, Hank, you spiders, you are my best friends. Awesomeness. And the spiders made a happy face. But this time they didn't drain all those Spike's vital fluids.
You know, I thought Maxim was legit the first time around. And then you came back to one of a Russian one, I was like, wait, what the heck happened?
Well,
Yeah.
I do voice work, what can I say? Then the spiders all listened to Mommy Twilight and went to the keeper free forest where spiders live happy and free, and it was good. Twilight and Big Mac Spider had talked to Miriam, and the Gray Pony listened. The Gray Pony was Pinkie Pie's sister from Cutie Mark Chronicles.
Spell Chronicles right?
Did you spell Chronicles right?
Worked on the farm, in case you were wondering. And Twilight clicked thank you to Merriam-Webster and Merriam-Webster. Clicked it's okay, listen Twilight Spider, I am a wizard. And I know and the Big Mac Spider are not spiders at all, but ponies who are spiders by accident. Do you want to be ponies again? 10 Twilight Spider, I am a wizard, and I know yo and the Big Mac Spider are not spiders at all. But ponies who are spiders by accident? Do you want to be ponies again?
Continue.
Chapter 5, End Spider End. That's better. Twillidin. And Big Mac said, yes, we want to be ponies again. And Miriam, Zaddy, okay, I will do my spider magic.
You are really gonna hate me. 2 minutes, 31 seconds, 3 seconds.
Oh! Why does this feel like 4 minutes?
I know!
It feels like
Someone help him.
it feels like 4 minutes long, not 2 minutes.
Twillidin.
Twillidin and Big Mac
Take one every 24 hours.
said, yes, we want to be ponies again. And Miriam Sadie, okay, here, I will do my spider magic, and the spider magic happened.
Spider magic!
Twilight and Big Mac were ponies. Again.
Again.
They gave each other a big pony hug, and because they were friends from being spiders together, and it was good, smiley face. Miriam clicked, and they couldn't understand it anymore because they were ponies and not spiders.
23 seconds, it was a good shot.
Pick up on and not spiders.
And not spiders, but the Gray Pony, Pinkie Pie's sister, could understand, and she translated the spider speak to pony speech, and so they could talk some more. Miriam said, I hope you learned something from being a spider. And Twilight said, yes, I did. I will always remember. And I am Aslo Heather. I made a Big Mac friend.
Big Mac friend.
And Big Mac said, yep. And then Big Mac said, listen, Twilight, about being spiders. And Twilight said, it's okay, Big Mac. I understand. And we can still be very good friends forever. Okay? And Big Mac said, okay. Thank you, Miriam, I said. And Miriam said, did you learn anything? And I And I thought about it really extra hard and said, yes, I did learn something, but I will tell Celestia about that, okay? And Miriam said, that is fair, and... Then I saw my bestest friend in all the world, Argenbar.
I'm sorry. 1 minute, 19 seconds.
Saw my bestest friend.
Then I saw my bestest friend in the world, Argenbarger, who's the most handsome alicorn in Westria. And Argenbarger said, hello, Twilight. It's hello, Twilight.
To be fair, it was a tough pair.
Argenbarger said hello. Hello. It's me.
Yars, you. Alright. And Argenbarger Siad. Hello, Twilight. It has been a long time. Nice. And I feel myself blushing.
Oh, myself. And I feel myself.
Bring us on home.
Oh my God. God has nothing to do with this.
And I feel myself blushing because of how charming Argenbarger Alicorn was, and I said, yes, it had been a long time. Do I think we can spend some time alone together? And he said, I don't think so, Twilight. I have lots of important things to do. Because I am a Alicorn, but mad someday, okay? And I was very sad because he was nicest Alicorn ever. But I said, I understand. And he flew away, and it was amazing. I was so impressed and amazed and happy that I got to see him, smiley face. Then I went back to the library and found Spike and gave him the biggest, most happy hug ever because he was happy to see me, because I was gone for so long, because I was Spider Sadface. And I said, Spike, please take a letter. And he said, okay. I will take a letter, Spike. And then Spike took a letter. Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned that spiders are creepy, but being a spider is better than being dead.
Words of wisdom, my friend.
Your faithful student, Twilight Spackle. The end of the story. You can stop reading now, thank you for reading my story, smiley face. All glory to Jude.
Well, I'll give you an update. You are 1 minute and 53 seconds into it.
I finished!
That was a fantastic job. Well, you're walking off, but you know there's more.
Oh, there is! Oh, there is!
There's more!
Oh, please give me more!
There's more!
What's our next story?
Our next story, to round out our pony-related ones, is First Vol. And everybody just got back in line.
Oh, hi, everybody!
Wanna kick us off on the first ball of friendship?
Oh my. First of all, a fern ship on the side of Tent Mountain, where Pony Bow was in front of and with enough highest protect cloud to be was bliss of a most beautiful and magical with glamour of Bissing for ponies to want to be at. On Frachieson, some poems of luck get all have Invatapsin from Equatia corners.
This is actually what it says. This is actually how it's typed up.
There of Orler. It was a Pressfurst Springati in Ponyville. The sun shone warm and afternoon on Twilight Spiracle and ferns in the gathering of Ponyville Brock.
Is this written in Klingon?
My name's Klingon. I'm the smartest girl I know.
More bloody.
I cannot wait until the day takes. I finally visit Ken Pritzhot of time, said Rare Pity with all the conferences of rarity, and she looked at Castle. 3 was wind plowing, and did mad her hairs have curls and rustle.
But, my friend, you read that mind-numbing nonsense for 3 minutes, 20 minutes.
This is the greatest day of my life.
What is that even?
What is this?
It's art.
What's this? What's this? On purpose. I've done in college now. Yeah. What is this? Are those Shia LaBeouf pieces or?
Yeah,
I just think it's written in Klingon.
They will not divide us.
Kapla! 3 was wind plowing.
Go.
Thrill was wind plowing, and it mad her hairs have curless and rustled. There will come day when I will design a gown that even the princess herself will wear some dis maybe. Yo will see. Hey, what up's called Specker the Dragon? He runned at the ponies with envelope long ways. What is problem, Spike? Twilight sparkles.
I give.
You know, how much spit is on this microphone by now?
May I just make one comment? Would you at all be surprised to know that this fic and Spider's were written by the same wonderful man? We all have to thank art.
So wait,
Pick up at what is problem Spike?
What is problem, Spike? Twillact Sparkle said. Spike held up an envelope that he was hodling.
What?
I have an invitation from Princess Solostopov. Around Spikepa with closeness. Had it with saying, Reed's rattle. Spike coughed it along.
We lost a couple today.
Pergan for your highness. Racino Please announce today, sir, that the first of all affirmative will have it in tomorrow in Anchorals. The festival will begun with a happy competition of Friendess talent. Princess Saltostio. Saltostio. One test Trilde Sparkless to comment.
with all of
You had a good run.
That was a good one, man.
Pick up at
You had a good run,
Princess
Gio.
Psychostatoe. Or whatever. I don't know. I'm not
I've never seen so many
reading them.
spelling mistakes in my life.
Go.
Princess Psychostatoe.
Someone please draw to no see.
Oh my god. Can we
You
get
know,
that
knowing
commission?
this
Can we all
fandom,
get
it's
some
already
steel
been done.
commission?
It's already been done, most likely.
I cannot find it.
It's so bad he can't find it. That's horrible.
Did you take English class? Come on.
You don't know about Princess Psychostatoe?
English.
Sounds Spanish.
What is English?
Princess Silto.
Where's my wife? The camera's on right now. I can't wait to put this. Oh gosh, hard camera. I can't wait to put this.
One test. Two death. Sparkles to comet with all of the presents she made from time.
She made them from time.
From
The
the rate of time.
The all of acceptance that they couldn't sold all of it with puff. All days with practices happened for all for the day. Kerjalot had pepins, and the ponies appeared at gate. Turlor, Rarity, and Buffer Shop could not see their eyes believing. All of Garretons had the breath flowers that take even the most bread and Fluttershy cannot have sung the flowers before. Twilight Spark looked at Tower, which was placed on the Gurrit yard where she studies magic of Untercorns. Anvil, because even though, but she knew, and they all saw it, have Nichon, that she was the most loyal of ponies to be Havine Princess Slarestina. Powerful and studied with oil. Punted from all of her equestrian constituted to happen in Compterlot.
Compterlot! Straight out of Compterlot!
Now wait, I'm gonna make a special request right here. You need to shout this.
Yes! Do it!
Give it to me.
Go, Ethan!
Attention all opponents, please have Tesma for the festival. If you do not have teen oil, will not be in leaving festival immobily. And sentiment had wave on crowd. There are rules. Earth rules! Don't ever be men to utter ponies!
Don't be meant to other ponies!
Second rules have best try. Next rule have all the fun. Tessim, crest, and ponies in teams. Chapter end. The beginning of asteroid. Chapter begins the rest of Vez Tori. Fluttershy chose to E team leader in round Birdsong. Paniki Pie Elft Surashy. River costumes on stage. Rappy team add the man of Fluttershy with red look.
Rappy team is best Tony.
The pup stains open. She waved hoof and birds for to having.
Oh!
3 minutes. Wait. 57 seconds.
That was awesome.
Alright, pick up on birds for being happy.
Bird song.
Bird song!
Bird song. Bird song.
Is your soul
Shout for medicine.
And birds for the big cabin, song, as a what? Some potato? Moose song! Boyle flot made Morrow. Nevar, Sergen Burke.
I know I spat a lot. I don't.
Uza?
No,
a good start.
You, it's just in general.
Flutal soap. And look at team that she would not let down. Team had her chance.
Whoever comes after.
It was a valiant effort, my friend.
Let's do this.
Team had chance. Her.
Team had chance. Her. Fluttershy.
Channel your inner. Channel your
Channel your rage. He would survive.
Yeah, photo finish.
Inner German.
Go.
Fluttershy whimpered quotically. Can do! I believe! And you are birds, and you sing for a queer stickle.
Glorious.
Twilight Spherical saw a problem, and wanted to cheat for nerve birds, and she masked the Mapic with hairs to sing magic for song.
That voice is perfect.
How do I begin to Flirters thought, made fins and hoof and birds. Music made bugle and away with Reloff spilled and Flufferball. There have been Tutor Polindo shared Twihle while delegate made cheer for Van Palinashire. Rarity. Same moment to
It's on.
and longing.
It's still recording.
Her show Farshin had to begin, and she looked at her Tiswirgles with her sparkling.
Try to do your best.
No ham with stitch.
No ham with stitch.
Buttons placed. Record privy. Wait! Nothing's missing! Porpix slapped Rarito. Rario be happy.
I can take that. It's okay. I want you to enjoy yourself.
Pinkie Pie has always tipped Prosetat Gremplate, which made Rarity annoyed. I perpetrate you for happy, but I made dress for Poyum. It won't fit pony on her. You! Me! Cool. Yes, you would also make fabulous so Derson, and yet so no party turns that he had liking you.
I think the accent is helping.
It is though. It really
It is.
Rary argued no times because the show was ending. She gave parody more lies, no words of encroachment, and Raremy pranced out his funding lasted.
2 minutes 52 seconds. That was a valiant.
That was really good.
at least finish the sentence?
Yes, you may.
And the princess says, yeah?
So! Pick up Spider Events food.
Minor events, food, and regularity. Go to courtyard. Bindi. Saeed. Announcement.
I did not know that the Middle East wasn't a question.
The other.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Come on, man. You can do it.
Compulsion innings. Were closer, but Delight know her team was to win. Renaboo.
You'll see the next word.
Dash was the fattest pony
Someone needs to draw
amount. Their team was staking fist plaxes. Pones lit up. Corn blooding. Bonisi ran off-way.
Give it.
Rain Goggin Dash.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Malikli
this is what's so stuff
pulled
Monty
into
Python.
a Tesselade, but she neared the end of the race, and the wind packed up, and the Selkie grew dark, and her tail was a storm, but through the wind, rainbow, bass, heard a care for yelp, and she's sawed.
I wish I was bonus right now. Here we go.
Guys, let him have this.
Sit down.
Apologia Kanowicz.
Yeah!
Stopping order a throw, and she fixed her stork wings and Ranger Drish swabbled down to Herbert, her veteran baby. Clerodinogy, Norway, the Reanderkosse.
I understood none of that.
Timothy ponies stored by the Frondischlein and Rainbow Downs was to burst in their lead. If a ponyer looking stand picker pole for liggett spelling clad Gloat confusered rainbow dashes I don't says her any more. The other Poena end the race and Remedy saw
No.
Sackblow Jack Clellan man and Wendrow Dish walks to them.
Another challenge.
After a minute to shit show looked summit. I'm sorry y'all. I have the stormy trouble and Rengo helped me to win the lost races and she lost then. Apple Monster Claw. You are not busted. We didn't win, but we have buff. So Tinsley ran the spike. I have a Nopa Lesterom Francia Celesterestina. She wants us to go to Castleton for report. And Spike said it sounds
Impotent.
impotent.
That's his whole story in that
It is riveted at Calisteel the Great. Quinefes Zelenipotipo.
Whoa!
It is my honor to star in der person of Kusser Remarkable Pony.
Why are you flying? You're dramatic. What?
You have Aston, the festival, Mayonnaise, and who you don't have trophy. You have the
Peter. Oh my.
the big that most great.
All right.
Proper way to pronounce it.
Are you ready for his time, everybody?
Yes. Yes.
You read that mind-numbing nonsense for 5 minutes.
I don't know how to take it down in comments.
I'm happy to announce that as the winner.
Yes.
And if I may, I'm going to let my friend Essential lead us off with the final words of this fic.
It is my honor to star in der percent of Kusser Remarkably Pony. You have Astern, there the festival, meaning until you don't have trophy, you have the better, most great. It was the friendship. That was the prize of all. Che and...
Oh my God! Who wrote these?
I thought the spiders were bad. Oh my God.
I have no idea.
It's gotta be
Drunk typing.
Drunk typing.
Native typist. This has been a public service announcement.
Hey kids, don't do drugs.
For all that,
Yeah.
you get a wonderful print made by our friend Essential.
Oh my God! What is my life right now?
Someone needs to make an OC of her. That needs to happen.
Oh my God!
Celestipo.
I'm so glad the camera was on for that. Oh my God!
I'm so glad you brought it.
My head hurts, my stomach hurts.
Are you okay?
I nearly coughed up blood. I was laughing that hard. Holy shit, but what the? Oh.
Everything that I have learned in college is gone down the drain in a matter of an hour.
Oh God, I want to read the spider fic again. The spider fic.
This spider fic needs to be the pony movie.
Yes.
With all the sad faces and all the... With all the sad faces, all the happy faces, all the weird action. Everything. That needs to be the movie.
Oh my
That needs to be the movie.
That needs to be the movie?
That needs to be the pony movie.
Questicle.
If you want it to turn out like Gem and the Holograms.
Oh my God.
We must praise glorious leader Celestial.
Dear Comrade Celestia.
Dear comrade Celestial.
Dear Princess Celestipo, I no longer know how to read.
Oh my God! Thanks to whoever wrote that. I no longer know how to speak the English language.
Princess Celestico. Spike says it's impotent.
And now we must sing glorious equestical national anthem, Bird Song.
Bird song. Oh my God, that was.
Jose cuts you nose.
Let's let the next panel work.
All right, yeah,
Oh my God.
Let's move.
Oh my God. Oh, that's.
That had to be written by somebody.
Who is on drugs?
English has got to be their 4th or 5th language.
Oh, whoever wrote that does not know the English language at all. Oh, that was glorious. That was golden. Oh my God. That was. That was worth my 45 minutes.
That was worth the drive here alone.
Oh god, my head hurts.
I'm so glad I got that. I'm so glad I got that on film.
It was all like we got.
I got that on
We didn't know it was
film.
gonna be that, and Ethan was like, "Yeah, really, we go to that." So we're like, "Okay, we'll come with you." And then we realized what it was, and it was like, "Oh."
No. From now on, I'm coming to every single one of these. For every chance I get, I'm going to these because it's just going to be absolute hilarity and writers who don't know the English language at all.
I'm seeing spots.
You're not seeing spots. You're seeing stars. You're seeing stars. Oh my god.
When I collapsed on the floor, that was genuine too. That wasn't any kind of overreaction. Bird song! We must sing bird song for our people! Bird song! For 10 people!
Can you hold that? We must sing bird song! I'm proud of Soviet Equestria!
Yes! For Princess Celestopol! Oh, bird song! Bless our bird song!
There comes at Celestopol! Oh my god. What is my life right now?
I am surprised I managed to get that far. And then there's the guy for 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
What is life even? What is life even?
The meaning of life is bird song.
Life is an illusion, reality is a hologram.
Michael, bye!
That's what we should do. We're gonna have everyone around the convention read that word right there.
What is that?
Apologizikanovich. Wait, you really should.
Apliolikanovich.
Well, did you actually read that?
Yes, Apoliolikanovich.
Abolikanowicz. Abolikanowicz.
Wait. What is it? Wait. Stop! What is it, even Slovak or something?
I don't know, I'm guessing. The guy who wrote this, okay, I think he's Eastern European. English has got to be his 4th or 5th language at this point.
And he's horrible at it.
Oh, yes, exactly.
He's bad at it.
Wait, so was that EFL, not ESL?
What?
It's a made up language. Help, please.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, and
help for Princess Celestopol.
It's too crazy here. Run, be free.
No, wait.
I think we need an Uber to take us back to the hotel.
That's gonna be a thing. No. Wait, that's gonna be a thing now in Burlington, Southern Pennsylvania. People are gonna pick up on this, and this is gonna be retold for generations to come.
I'm just trying to imagine a meetup with some of our members trying to do this.
Yes.
I mean, it was bad enough with us.
Oh my god, no, wait. We should actually find some poorly written fan fictions and actually do this at a meetup.
Yes.
Yes, we should do.
Save yourself,
Save yourself, Minty.
G4 isn't. Wait.
He's down for the couch.
G4 isn't safe. Run.
Oh my god.
It was a joke.
Okay.
Did that seriously get you guys?
The whole thing got me. No, wait, and you, and the thing that was written in Klingon.
Hang on. Just the point where Brian's like, I can't even just stop it now.
You have not heard. Okay, you have not heard Bad Pony fanfiction until you've heard it in the original Klingon.
Yes.
Wait. Can the next time, can we do it as a Klingon opera?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We need to find a room where the acoustics are great. Like,
Okay, no, wait.
Only if I can have the batleth.
Wait, hey,
first we'll
Jir.
shed blood and then we'll feast.
Jir, right before the Super Bowl begins, we need to do this.
Oh, we could. Oh God.
Yeah, at the Farm Fortress.
Your dad would have a field day with this.
He would, and Sun Gear as well, and everyone would be rolling. No, would be literally rolling on the floor, laughing like you were, and like you were. Oh my God!
My whole body was laughing.
I think something upstairs seriously broke for me right now.
Yes.
I need to go lie down.
Oh my God! Speaking of, no, wait, no.
Have a drink.
No, I'm actually
There's not
feeling.
enough liquor in 2 universes.
Where was that liquor
Oh
store
my God!
again?
We got alcohol in our
No, I'm actually feeling a little bit lightheaded right now because of how hard I've actually been laughing.
I think
it's all of us.
Oh my God!
All of us.
Oh my God! What is?
out of the hotel for one panel, and that had to be that panel.
Here, hold this. I need to rest my head. Not even Pinky Bat was safe. She heard.
We broke red card.
Yes.
We
I was
broke him.
broken 45 minutes ago. This just broke me even more.
She don't feel like saving the world.
What is my life even? Oh my God! I never keep walking.
Just
keep walking. You wouldn't understand.
Pay no attention to the bronies in the hallway.
Pay no attention to the one referee brony who feel like he's about to pass out and have a seizure.
Twilight and Celeste.
Oh yeah, Red Pill. I told Thoman about
Twilight Spreckle.
What was that?
I told Thoman about the dab that they were doing at the mix.
Twillet Spackle.
Twillet Spackle.
Oh my God.
And they call it Dab's Con?
No, wait.
Twillet Spackle. Wait, that's it. Because when you need something for that spot in your walls, call on Twillet Spackle.
I'm with Brian. I think something
We're
upstairs
not
is
even
broken.
proper English. Like,
I sincerely don't want to.
Are we all gonna go die now?
English.
I need to lie down.
And
That was crazy.
and four.
I think we're all gonna go die now.
Yeah, that was insane.
My voice is gone. Shut to hell.
It's over, guys. It's game over, man. Game over.
It's game over. I don't even know what to do anymore with this. I don't even know what to do with this fandom anymore.
You know what? I think Paul,
go ahead.
At the end of the year, this has to be the opening of your end of year video. Right here, you on the floor, dead.
No, wait. Not the beginning. It should be the end. It should be the end.
It should be the beginning and the end.
It's the beginning.
Because
of the
it's
end.
that.
Red card dies at the end.
Wait, red card dead.
1994-2017.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, red card. Hashtag rest in peace, red card 1994-2017.
And then Red Card was a zombie.
It is in the background.
No, wait. It was a Zambia.
John Freeman, who was Gordon Freeman's brother, was one day in an office typing on a computer.
Who's related to Morgan Freeman?
Like a Twinkie.
He's right, you know.
Oh my God. What, seriously, what is my life right now?
You know, if we just took a picture of this and put it up online, everybody would be like, oh my God, what's wrong? What happened? Are you okay?
A lot of things happened.
I honestly think it would be fun to just put up still images of us from this to see how people would react, and because you know they would be like, oh my God, what happened there? Did it go bad?
Wait, make a gif of it. Wait, Brian, are you about to take a picture of me right now?
No, I'm not. I'm about to respond to my girlfriend. Text message. I can't breathe. Send help. Send help now.
Dude, I think this is going on Twitter right now. This panel broke all of us.
Dead. But D-E-D, dead.
Hashtag D-E-D, dead.
Feeling dead in seed.
Dead. Ripperoni and pepperoni pizza.
I'll catch up with you guys later. I'm gonna go upstairs.
I don't blame you one.
We'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe.
Absolutely. I think we have our naysayers panels at noon.
Yes.
So you should definitely come see us.
We will.
I don't know what the schedule's like, but I'll see.
I'm ordering room service after this. Oh, that'll make me feel better. Oh my god.
I need a bottle of wine. Just one
I
bottle.
got a 6-pack of Natty Boh and a bottle of bourbon at my hotel.
Yeah.
That's the way.
I am so glad you came.
Yes. This is gonna be this. This is all like this is just day one, bro.
Oh my god, it's just
the only way.
To truly forget what happened.
It's good.
Vodka. Lots and lots of vodka.
Tequila, man. Tequila. One shot. Hey.
We shall never speak of this sequence of
But I've
events
become a
again.
bad
Except we will speak of it always. It's gonna be. Wait. Oh my God, guys! We found the new potato salad.
For years.
What, me?
Katie just sent me a message asking about it. I told her I can't breathe. Please send help. We are all broken men from what we just witnessed. She said, "Oh my God, do I have to rescue you?" I said, "Yes, bring liquor."
Mass quantities of like. See you guys.
Wait, who's new potato salad?
I said this whole thing is going to be the story we tell for years.
Yeah,
my chest.
Yeah.
Where like you can't, where like no matter how good I tell, no matter how good I tell the potato salad story, it will never compare to being in that hotel room. So, you know.
Yeah. And if you don't know the potato salad story, I'm just gonna link it and
Yeah, the video's online. Link it.
I'm just gonna link it via annotation. Click it right here.
Yoink.
Right here. Click it right there. Yeah.
All right.
I will.
Are you okay now?
I will be. This will be retold for the next couple of
For
days.
ages.
No. Wait.
They will sing songs of this day.
No. Like Red Card second generation, like in the second generation of Brownies and Southern Fans. So anyway, we'll tell it to all. We'll tell it to all the members, and then second generation Red Card will tell it to. We'll tell it to all the members of second generation Bospa, and then it'll be passed down. Generation.
This is why the Brony fandom will never die.
Then
This will be what makes it live on for all time.
It will live on with our children and our
children's children
and our children's children. It will live on for generations to come, and it will never ever
die. Yep.
It will live
forever.
It will. Yes, it will live on.
Play with us. Forever. Endeavor.
Okay, that was okay. All right, I'm gonna pass this back to you. Can you handle it?
There we go again. Give me the camera.
All right, I'm just making sure. I don't want to hand it to you if you got too shaky.
Thanks, Sheer.
We're dead.
There we go again.
Okay.
Oh my God. No, we were just no. Wait.
I have to clean up the bodies, okay?
No, we were just in on horrible fanfic readings.
There's no blood. You can clean up your own dead body.
Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. I don't want to go in the cart.
Please, I'm not dead yet.
Okay, are we calling it?
Done.
I'm done for the night too. Are we good?
There's nothing that could possibly.
All right. Are you staying here or elsewhere?
I'm going. I'm going back to my room. I cannot stand the rest of this day.
Are you in this hotel room?
Yeah.
Or hotel?
Yes, I am. I need a breather. I need some food. I need water. I need Gatorade. I need everything.
We will see you in the morning, my friend.
All right, see ya.
Travel safe to your room.
I
know it's just within a building, but at this point, I think the warning is needed.
The very short distance back to.
Wait.
Back to me. Back to me.
Remember us. If we don't survive the night, please remember us, and please remember that we laughed and we lived
And we cried and we rolled on the floor. Be witness.
Wait. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll ride with you into Valhalla, shining.
Live long.
Live long and prosper. Oh wait. Zir, do that again. Do it again.
Live long and prosper.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
See ya. I am so lightheaded right now. I can barely walk right now. Oh my goodness. Today was great. And that was the icing on the cake. Oh my god, I cannot wait for tomorrow. What is in store. Lady Eva's coming tomorrow. I can't wait to tell her about this. Oh. Hashtag send help and donuts. Lots and lots of donuts and sugar. I need my sugar. I need my sugar rush. Good night, guys.